And good morning, everybody. Welcome back to a beautiful day to have some Missouri farming. I'm your host, Midwest Ag. Just like always, everybody, we got a lot of work ahead of us today. That being said, hey, let's get after it. And what's up, everybody? Welcome back here to the farm. It is a very nice, crisp March morning, but at least the snow's gone, winter's over, and we got a lot of work ahead of us today. But first, before we get started, I want to give a look into my 9230 here, or my 9330, excuse me, my bad. I had a hydraulic leak coming from somewhere. I got a little bit more extra dirt collecting on here than I normally should. Here in the back, it seems like I may have sprung a hydraulic leak, is what I'm thinking. I can't even jump up there to see exactly where it's at, but what we're going to do is we're going to give a look into this real quick, and then I'll get back with you when we get done, alright? Now let's put these wrenches away real quick. So, I just ended up getting a call from the co-op, and they say that they got a good demand down there for corn at the dryer. I don't think my corn is too dry. I still feel like it's sitting around that middle moisture level, which isn't too bad. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start hauling some corn into town, which won't end up being such a bad deal. Do need a little bit extra spending money around the farm right now, as our wages are looking pretty thin. We didn't make as much money as I thought we were going to, but we still did get about 15 to 20,000 bushels out of those bins that we got right here. But we're just going to be unloading here at this grain bin site. We got everything going up in here to our John Deere auger. Got the 4020 hooked up to it as well. Got the Diamond Rio with the Tempty 40 footer on here. And we're going to be starting hauling some corn into town today. If you all like watching farm sim content and you want to show your support to my channel, please don't forget to smash that like button. Be sure to subscribe for more, as we are on the road to 10,000 public subscribers by the end of 2024. I really appreciate every single one of you guys. So right now on the farm, this has marked a 1 year total time that we've been here in Alma, Missouri. It has been a great time, and I have nothing but great, exciting news, stories, and all that fun stuff to say about this place and my time here. I've enjoyed every single bit of it. I've had such a great time. The co-op has showed great support towards me. Josh also has at Prairie State Tractor. That is my best friend for life. He's been here assisting me, helping me, giving me some good deals on equipment that I probably would have got screwed over on if I would have went somewhere else. But here we are. We're just getting ready to roll up here to the grain bin site, and we're going to start getting some crops sold. I wish this grain bin leg would let me allow to open up both hoppers, but sadly their chute just doesn't allow me to do it. Doesn't pipe as much corn up into the grain bin. The leg's a little slow. Probably a little bit sluggish too since it's winter time, but at least my grain trailer, it does dump pretty fast. So just like that, we already got one down. We probably got about a total of about 5, maybe 5.5 loads of corn that we got to haul in. We're going to try to get as much money as we can possible. I also did hear from Josh the other day at Prairie State. He did give me a call, and he did tell me some very upsetting news. I felt bad for him. He's telling me that they were kind of going to get ready to pack up and move to a different location. I think they were getting ready to head up to Nebraska, somewhere I think over by Tilden or by Norfolk, Nebraska, I think is what it was, because there's a greater demand for John Deere equipment up there. There's not that many farmers out here in Alma, Missouri. So we're going to keep on loading corn, get all this sold, and we'll get back to you guys when we're all done. Alright, now that we are back, I think we hauled off about 7 loads of corn at about 1,200 bushels per trailer, and it ended up getting us just a little over $100,000, which I don't know how realistic that is, but I mean, hey, I'll take the 100K. But that also does give me some time to actually get back to what I really need to do. I had to wait all winter long to be able to actually wash my equipment because the garden hose kept freezing up. The power washer, I didn't want it to get like really bad or anything. So now I can start cleaning up all my equipment, making it look good for what's upcoming. So I mean, you can't just have really bad equipment laying around. It just looks bad. Make sure we clean in here where we had that hydraulic leak. Make sure that it all looks good in there. I don't think I've even cleaned this truck up since I bought it, to be honest with you. Or maybe about the time when Kevin decided to break all my stuff. Maybe that was when the last time I cleaned it was. But this truck did serve its time pretty good. This thing was, altogether, it pulled what I needed to get pulled, but it was a pretty gutless turd. When it came to hills, having a 1,200 bushel trailer on the back, it just didn't want to really pull it that well. But, the Tempty Super Hopper, this thing has been trialed and errored with me all the way back to when Kevin decided to snap my axles, but I did get a brand new set of axles on it, so we are pretty thankful for that one though. And I didn't actually ever think I was going to ever see her that red ever again. And we got lots of other equipment that I need to get cleaned off, so I'm not going to continue to waste time talking about it. I got the 8220 that needs to be cleaned. I got the 70 STS that needs to be cleaned up as well. Probably don't got to worry about my augers. They should be all right. And then I got to get the planter done as well. That thing's pretty dirty. And I don't think these saddle tanks are too dirty at all either. It's just the equipment that I use 95% of the time is just what needs to be cleaned. All right, so now we have officially gotten everything all cleaned up. It all looks pretty brand new. We got it all lined up here so I can kind of give you guys an exact run through of what all we have acquired over the course of the last year. First, I would like to start off with the 8220 was the first tractor that we got out here on the farm, as well as the planter. But this 8220 is what started it all, as well as the 9670 SDS was one of the first things that I also got on the farm. The 9330 did come in clutch for tillage and planting as well. And then I kind of pushed the 8220 down to being just strictly a grain cart tractor. It did pull the planter, but it didn't get as much field action as the 9330 did. This thing was all around, just an all around beast. I remember the day I got it, I was so excited. I was really happy that I got it. And it was really a big first step in my farming career to be able to have a giant four-wheel drive, to be able to do massive field work, as we have a lot of land that we have acquired. Now, the diamond reel here with the Timpty did go through a lot of pain and suffering. It did find a very hard spot in my heart. This is what kind of pushed me over the edge with Kevin. This is kind of what got him fired, as you guys would know from the previous videos. But now we got ourselves a set of new ones on there. The truck is all cleaned up. We have everything all cleaned up. And now it comes down to kind of the moment that you all have kind of been waiting for in this video, is that the farm is not doing good. I got a call from the banker the other day, and he pretty much told me that either I needed to come up with $300,000 by the end of the month, or it was just going to result in me I have to sell because I don't have that much money to pay for my loan. My loan is about $150,000 a month, and just based off the equipment that we have, I have enough equipment to go big, but I didn't spend my money wisely and I didn't buy as much land as I should have. So this is kind of why here I have everything all lined up. I got everything all cleaned up because here in about 2 to 3 weeks, I have Mauer Auction Company coming out. I have posters all over town saying that there's going to be a land and equipment auction going on here at my farm. I told them that it's a buy one, you get it all kind of deal. You get my house, you get all the equipment, you get the 400 acres of land that I have. I'm really sad to say this, but I did have to settle on having to sell all my equipment. It has been a fun year here in Alma. It's been a great time. I did enjoy it. I did enjoy meeting a whole bunch of new people. But I'm going to come back here in a couple weeks, make sure everything still looks good for when the auction comes out here, and we're going to get ready to get everything sold. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today is the day. Got a call from the auction company, and they ended up telling me that they are coming down today. Flyers are up. I've been getting phone calls like crazy. The auction is going to be starting here in probably about 2.5 hours, if I remember right. So I got to make sure that I get over here to the farm, make sure everything still looks good. As you can see, we already have all the for sale signs up. Make sure that we got 2 of them in here so everyone knows it is the right spot. Everything does still look pretty good. It's all nice and clean. 4020 is going to be presenting the whole day today, probably bringing the most interest out of this whole farm because everyone really wants a 4020. But I think everything looks good. The only thing right now I got to do is just wait for everyone to show up. But I also do want to say a couple extra more words, is that I will be back. If I get what I want out of this farm, I will 100% be back. I might be in a different state. I don't know yet. We might be moving up to Nebraska, see if we follow Josh around. I got to get in contact with him. Maybe he's going to be helping me farm more. But just because my chapter here is ended in Missouri does not mean that my book has come to an end. Every great story has many chapters, and this is only chapter 1. It may have been about 300 pages for chapter 1, but this is about a 10,000 page book. So with heavy hearts, folks, that I'm going to be leaving here. But let's get this auction underway. As I look back in my mirrors, I see history, but if I look in front of me, I see the future. This isn't goodbye, this is only I'll see you later. That being said, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to Midwest Ag for more. And we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.